All right, so today I'm going to be reviewing a bunch of sub $100 budget paddles. Some of them are a little bit more well known, like the Fridays and Luzz, and some of them a little bit lesser known, such as Joysent and Warping Point. So uh, be sure to stay tuned and subscribe to see how you can win your own paddles and free gear. Check in the description. So let's start off with kind of the paddle that a lot of people have been doing reviews on. This is the Luzz Cannon, and so I know there's a lot of reviews out there on this paddle because a lot of reviewers got this paddle for free, and they did a bunch of reviews on it. So it's gotten a lot of a buzz. The company's growing, and they got even like now some like PPA pros because it is UPA approved along with USAP. So I got the cool Panda Cannon one. So first off, I think the company is really cool that they do like collaborations with things like DreamWorks. So if you're kind of like a normal new player, you're like, hey, that's a super awesome design. I think that's exciting for the brand. So this paddle, I mean, it comes in. A lot of people are saying it's top power, and which I think it is. For sub $100, I think it's great for the everyday player. It hits really hard. It's Gen 3, so it has a honeycomb core that's floating, and it produces a lot of power. And so if you're coming in like and you like to whack at the ball, and this is going to be the amazing paddle, right? It's a little bit poppy for like dinks and other stuff, but I think it comes in price wise. It's 110. Let me double check my notes. 109, and then you get a 15% discount. Check out the code, and then that gets down to $92. So for a $92 paddle that hits really hard, I think this is amazing. I mean, reviewers all over the place have been saying that, and so I couldn't disagree. I think it has a great design and comes in at a fun paddle. One downside of this paddle is that it is elongated. I do prefer more of a hybrid shape, so it is going to be a little bit higher of a swing weight for that. So that's the Luzz Pro Cannon. Definitely check one out, especially if you like Kung Fu Panda. The second paddle I got, also from a pretty well-known brand, is the Friday Fever. So there's original Friday Fever, which is the 101 elongated, and then essentially they came out the new version, which was the 102. They only had it in a wide body before, but now they made it also in an elongated. So basically, this is the cool design of it. They also do have some random Chinese characters here, kind of like maybe to compete against the Dragon Warrior. Yeah, so this paddle, it plays kind of opposite end of the spectrum as the Luzz and the Luzz Pro Cannon. So this one is a lot softer. It has like a squishier feel, and then that's because they added a lot of like edge foam around the side, and allowed for a lot more maneuverable of a paddle. So if you're looking for not top tier power but more placement and control, definitely look at the Friday Fever. I think it plays really well for what is the price tag on this one is 102. So 102 Fever, and then you get like a $5 off, so 97. So I think it plays like a really good paddle from a pretty reputable brand. They have they're based out of the US, so kind of difference. The Luzz is based out of China. Friday is kind of based out of the US. They got a lot of people there. So here, so those are I think the cool like black designs. The next one I got is very different in terms of color. So they got this is the Warping Point. So this is very much a lesser known paddle brand, but they are also UPA approved. So if you're a PPA pro, you could take this on tour and use it. In terms of feel of this paddle, it's not top tier power like the Luzz Cannon, and it's not lower like the Friday. I would actually position the power of this right in the middle of the bunch here. But of the three that I played with, I actually liked the warping point the best, right? It had enough power, so more than the Friday Fever Elongated, but it had a lot better dwell and shape and feel of the ball. So, I mean, if you can handle the funky color scheme, like which I kind of like it's going to be a pretty noticeable paddle on the court. I think this one is really nice. Let me check the grit on these. So, yep. So definitely grittier than the Friday Fever. The Luzz Inferno, I did wear it out a little bit. So this one I think started off the highest grit, but it wears out really quickly. But has higher grit than the Friday. So of the three paddles, I think it was very solid. And of the three, I would probably take the warping point of the three just for matching my player style. If you like high power, go with the Luzz. But this one is a great swing weight, very stable for what it was. And then the last paddle that I got was this one was kind of a really lesser known brand. So it's called Joysent. This is the Halo X5. And so I was very surprised by this paddle, right? It hit very hard. It was like a stiffer feel compared to the other paddles, but it hit very well. I was like whacking drives really well with this paddle, and I would liken this paddle to basically a Paddletek, right? It plays like very high level. You can get good like ball feel on this, and like as I was looking more into this paddle, like I'd say it played just as well as all the other paddles, if not like pretty comparable to like almost like $200 paddles. So if you compare this to like the Paddletek TKO, this is a 16 mil paddle, so it's going to be a little bit thicker than the Paddletek lineup, but I thought it hit very well. And surprise, this one I found out the core construction of this is actually a Gen 2 paddle, which I guess makes sense as to why it had the same feel as kind of the Paddletek with that. But this one only costs $60, right? And that is, to me, is amazing, right? Like to have a paddle that has like top tier power and performance similar to a Paddletek TKO for what is it, like a third of the price? Wait, no, that's a fourth of the price, because those are almost like 200 plus, and it's down to $60. So, I mean, if you're looking for a budget paddle, like this is probably the way to go, right? This one, yeah, it's elongated. Yeah, so that's kind of my lineup of all the paddles. Let's see, warping point, yeah, you get like 10% off. I don't have a discount code on the Joysent one, but if I get one, I'll post it in the description. So that's a quick little review of kind of these latest like foam. Not these are not foam core paddles. These are Gen 3. So the first three here are Gen 3. This is Gen 2, but plays very well. Of my two that I would pick, I would actually go a warping point is really good, and the Joysent. They are, like I said, lesser known paddle brands. So if you're okay with having one that's not as known, they do play very well. So check them out. Budget paddle, I think great for like college students or people who are looking to stay within a budget. So be sure to subscribe, sign up for the giveaways if you want any paddles yourself. All right, see you guys.